Hello everyone, welcome back or to the channel Doomsday. I'm Day. If you haven't been here before, it is lovely to meet you. I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and like the video, help me, get this thing going. Anyway, I've seen a lot of, I will be vaping a lot in this video because I am only going to be talking about my favorite products of this year. I've seen that video going around by different beauty gurus and YouTubers and things of that nature. So I thought, you know what? I've got a shit ton of favorite products for 2019. Let me share them with you. So it's going to be random because I don't have anything categorized or anything. So we're just going to be chit-chatting about my favorite stuff. Let's start with setting sprays. I got the Morphe X Jeffree Star Strawberry, or do they call it Starberry? Starberry, yeah, they call it Starberry setting mist, and it's a strawberry scent. This thing is so good. It makes your skin look really glowy and dewy, and I love that kind of look on foundation or on my skin. I think it looks amazing. I love it. Fantastic. Highly recommend. I think it is $18, whereas their Morphe Continuous Setting Mist Original is $15 or $16. So a little bit of a price difference, not much. If you want another dewy setting spray, I don't have it because I just ran out, but the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Setting Mist, whatever it's called, is freaking fabulous. I love that one so much. It's probably my favorite dewy setting spray, hence why I'm out. Now, what? Oh, it's a spot on my phone. I thought I had a black dot on my head. Anyway, that one I think is $24. Now, if you would like a cheaper alternative to those, you have the Catrice, Catrice, Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This will do the same thing and give you that dewy, glowy lit from within kind of look, but after you spray it, like you can see, it's kind of abrupt. So once it hits the skin, you will need to go in with a damp sponge and just kind of blot it out. But it does give you that same effect, and I don't mind having to blot it with a sponge. Doesn't affect me at all. Still love it. It's only $7.99. It's freaking fabulous. All right, let's go into primer. This little guy right here, Milk Hydro Grip Primer, is the best primer of 2019. I think it came out this year. I'm not sure, but it is. I have a problem with foundation sticking to my nose. It just wants to, anytime, like I'll go in to try to apply more, it's like the sponge just lifts it away. Even with a brush, the brush just brushes it away. When I use this primer, it makes everything stick where I want it to. And it's just the best. And this is the mini size. As you can see, I'm almost out, and that makes me very, very sad. It's on the pricier side, so if anyone wants any Christmas ideas for me, a full size of the Milk Hydro Grip, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's seriously the best face primer that I have. Another one I really like is the Fenty, what is it? The Fenty, excuse me. Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. This is what I think of as a moisturizing primer. It's really, really good. Little pricier. I think this is the mini also, and I think this costs $16. It's lasted me quite a while. You don't need much of it, so that's a good one too. Let's go into, I think that's all the primers for my favorites. Yeah. Well, the Tatcha Silk Canvas, of course, but I don't recommend it because of the price point. It's $52 or $54, and that is just a bit much for a primer in my opinion. Eyeshadow primers. I have fallen in love with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. This is the like sample size, and this is the, I think this one's the full size. I haven't even opened it yet because I'm still working through my mini there. I got this for free with the one of the Norvina palettes that I bought. So yeah, this was brand new, untouched, so really happy I have that. It's just, it's like a white base, so it makes your eyeshadow really pop, and the colors are really vibrant, and that's what I really like. When I'm going for more of like a natural eyeshadow look, I go for the MAC Painterly Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is a very smooth, kind of fleshy toned primer, and you don't have to set it down or anything. It's just so soft. Makes your eyelids feel like velvet. Very, very good one. Ulta tends to put this in their 21 Days of Beauty at 50% off, so you get it for like 12 bucks, which is freaking awesome. So those are my favorite eyeshadow primers. Let's go into sponges. Now, I don't have it with me here. It's back there, and I was going through all my stuff, and I went through my stockpile to see what all I could find to put in this video, and I neglected to get the sponges. I'm sorry. But the Juno & Co. Cloud Sponge and the Storm Sponge, the black one and the white one, they are so uber soft. Like the softest sponges you will ever touch and have the privilege to grace your face ever in your life. They're the best. I like their microfiber sponge, this little guy right here. I like this one a lot, but it tends to make my foundation, it's almost like you're using a foundation brush with this one, because how do I phrase this? It's almost stipply. It doesn't have bristles per se, but the fibers on here are almost like micro bristles, so it makes the foundation go a lot further. That being said, I need to practice with this sponge a bit because it tends to look heavy on me when I use this sponge. But I'm used to going in with a lot of foundation. I go in with a little brush and I basically paint it all over my face, and then I take my beauty blender and just stamp it all out. So I'm working on it. But this, I think, is a fantastic sponge too. We already know it's going to use way less product. It's going to make it go a lot further. So that's already a plus. But the Cloud and Storm Sponge, it's heavenly. I'm telling you, freaking heavenly. And they are only $6. And of course, the beauty blender. This one's dirty because I literally just used it, but this is a $20 sponge. Yes, a $20 sponge. You heard me correctly. It's fabulous. I love it. But I love the Juno & Co. sponges just as much, and they are a fraction of the price. Not to mention Shop Miss A, who has the I think it's $1.55 sponges, different varieties, sizes, shapes. You need to shop on Shop Miss A. You cannot go wrong with their sponges, any of them. Take your pick. Excuse me. All right, so that's sponges. What have we covered? Primer, eyeshadow primer, sponges. Let's go into foundations now. Quick drink of the Red Bull. Now, I have seen a lot of mixed reviews on this foundation right here. This is the Fenty Beauty, the new Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I'm a dry skin girl. I love this foundation. I freaking love it. I think it's beautiful. It has a beautiful finish. It's like a dewy, almost like you just got done working out, but you look really good, so you're not all sweaty and your hair's not a mess, kind of like mine is right now. It's just a fantastic foundation if you have dry skin. If you're oily, I can't really attest to that because I don't know. I'm like the Sahara Desert over here and dry as crap. I mean, my skin will literally just crack if I don't use a moisturizer. It's awful. This foundation, however, is a freaking savior. I love it so much. I can't express it into words. If you like that dewy, glowy finish with a full coverage, I'd say this is medium to full, honestly. But you can definitely build this up to full coverage. The Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation is definitely in my top 5. Now, another one that I've got that I just purchased and just started using. Every time I use it, it's different, okay? And it's the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. This little guy right here, the first time I used it, it was so fantastic. My skin, it's, I want to say a natural finish. It's not really matte and it's not really dewy. It's just very natural looking the first time I used it. I loved it. Hands down, probably #1 favorite. Second time I used it, things were a little finicky. It was different. I didn't get as much coverage. I didn't like the finish that it gave me. And I can't explain why that was. I didn't do anything different. I think I did use a different primer. The first time I used it, I went in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. Vaping is like catching up to me. Anyway, yeah, the Tatcha Silk Canvas makes this work perfectly. I can't remember what primer I used the second time I went in with this foundation, but it did not work out at all. Tried it a third time, and it was perfect, just like the first time. This is a pricier foundation as well. I want to say it's in the $50 realm, somewhere around there, maybe 40 something. Could be, it's between 40 and $50. I don't quite remember. But 2 out of the 3 times this worked beautifully for me, and I really love it. If you like a natural looking foundation, use it with a good primer, or no primer at all for that matter, and you will love this too. I think this one would probably be a good one for oily and dry or combo skin. It doesn't have, like, it doesn't favor either or, you know? But yeah, Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing. It's supposed to have like this, excuse me, let me pause this for a second. Okay, dang, I don't know what was happening there, but I had issues. Anyway, that the Shiseido foundation is supposed to have this kind of like synchronizing bounce back technology that won't settle into fine lines or wrinkles, and if it usually where foundation will crack or spread throughout the day, this one is supposed to self-refresh and kind of like a refresh button for the skin, you know, which I love. And when I was wearing it, I didn't find that it cracked or caked or faded off or blotched up or anything like that. It was freaking fantastic. So we've done foundations, primers, eye primers, ooh, nail polishes, okay? I've got my Christmassy nails here. I usually never wear red nail polish, but 'tis the season, you know, so I went with a red glittery, sparkly thing here. I got this on Sally's.com, Sally Beauty, and it's FP Endless Wear Long Wear Color. I don't finger paints. I think that's what the FP stands for, finger paints. This nail polish did not chip, did not crack for like a week and a half. I had this on, and when I went to take it off, the only reason I did was because I was getting the new growth and I needed to repaint my nails. So yeah, if you want a good fingernail polish that does not crack or chip off, the Finger Paints Endless Wear from Sally Beauty is freaking fantastic. Now, I don't remember where I got this one, Trust Fund Beauty fingernail polish. I like this for the same reason that I like the Finger Paints one. No chipping, no cracking, no peeling. It's just freaking fabulous. And they have a beautiful variety of colors. This one is a dark forest green, which I love. Very good nail polishes there. Let's go into, okay, yeah, Invisibobble. I got these in a FabFitFun box, in my spring box, I think it was. And I love these hair ties so much. I was a little scared of them at first. I thought, how the hell is that not going to get caught up in your hair? But it doesn't. Less so than regular ponytail holders. And it doesn't leave that awful straight kinky line. Like, it will leave lines, but because it's squiggly, it looks like it's supposed to be like that, you know? Unless your hair is like pinned straight, you're gonna love these. Even if your hair is pin straight, you're still gonna love them, but be aware that just like any ponytail holder, it will leave a design of some sort in your hair. All right, back to Shop Miss A. Okay, this fan right here cost me $1. Uno dollars. Okay, I use this fan after I have sprayed my face with my setting spray. And it feels so good. And if your air conditioner's broken, girl, get you a Shop Miss A fan for $1. Okay, and they have so many different designs, colors. You can get them plain, you can get them lacy, you can get them print, you can get them plaid, flowers, what have you. They have an endless array of fans. Only thing is, it took me like 4 different times of placing an order through them to get this fan because they're always sold out. But they're always sold out because they're only $1. And I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You cannot. Now, one of the little things here did come off, but it's $1. And all I got to do is hot glue that back on. And we're back in business. And I can still use it as it is. It's good to go. But very good investment for $1. Shop Miss A is just amazing all around. They have a new foundation now that's also $1 that I really, really want to try, but we'll get into that later. If you've never tried the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, I suggest you do. It's a more expensive drugstore bronzer, but it's so good. And it smells like the beach. It smells like the beach. Oh, a foundation I forgot to mention is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the new Dewy foundation. That one also is fantastic. I would show it to you, but my phone is propped up on it to record this video. Alright, but anyway, ABH Dewy Foundation. Freaking fabulous. Love it. Skin-like finish. Doesn't fade or, you know, any of that awful stuff throughout the day. Very, very good. Eyeshadow palettes. Do I even need to get into this? Okay, I think you all, or most people who follow the makeup social world, will know what I'm about to hold up. Yeah, you guessed it. The Conspiracy palette. I love this palette because the quality is really good. I do think it's a little different from Jeffree Star's normal formula. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it is a little different. I don't know. I was watching one video, and this may have influenced my choice on this. I'm not sure. I feel like I thought that way before. But anyway, she said she thinks because the mass production that had to be done, the quality was kind of a little bit sacrificed in that. Not as much time was taken to make these shadows as Blue Blood and Blood Sugar and you know, Jawbreaker and things like that. But, and she could be right. I don't know. They did have to produce a very large quantity of these pretty fast. But the packaging is beautiful. I love the shadows. That first row up there is your neutral row. You can pretty much do any like evening, day to evening look with that. It's good for, what would people say, weddings, you know, and just this shade right here is so pretty. I mean, it's just beautiful. I can't even use that as a highlight. It's just gorgeous. And those neutral, those two shades in the middle there, so good for your crease. So good. And this is more your fun row. You know, you just get to experiment, have a good time, and play, you know, be a little wild. Christmas, right down here, these two colors are probably my favorite in the palette, other than this, well, entire top row. But this one is definitely number one. And if you want a bright metallic silver, girl, I'm telling you, this is the one. That is the one. This palette is just amazing. If you are able to snag it, I suggest you do so. Not only because it's fantastic, but it's a mark in makeup history. I mean, really, it was like the biggest selling makeup product of the year. Everybody wanted to get their hands on it. There was so much drama involved in that whole situation, but it's a beautiful palette. I love it, and I'm so glad I got my hands on it. Let's see. Another palette that I am proud to be the owner of is none other than the Tati Beauty. This palette is now a staple in my makeup collection. They pretty much blend themselves. The color selection is small, but the texture selection is big. You know, I mean, you can... Excuse me. Red Bull burp. Sorry, gross. You can take this also from day to night. The colors are beautiful. It's a very easy palette to work with. And like I said, they pretty much blend themselves. Those glitters, you can't mistake those glitters. Anytime I see somebody wearing what I think is this palette, I'm always right. I look at them, I'm like, you're wearing Tati, aren't you? And they're like, yes, I am. I'm like, I know, you cannot mistake those glitters. They are so beautiful. Let me swatch one for you here. Let's do, what color is this one? Memory. And just the slightest amount. I mean, and most glitters, you have to like blot it, you know. But this one is just, are you freaking kidding me? Tati. I mean, come on. That is just the most gorgeous glitter in an eyeshadow palette I have ever seen in my life. The spreadability of it alone is remarkable. It is just remarkable. And the tones in there. What's the purple one called? Or that pink? I can't remember. Sorry. Poet. The Poet Row, this color right here is probably my favorite in this palette. It's definitely the most vibrant poppy color in there. And then this one right here, Aura, is perfect to set your under eye makeup with. It's brightening, it's beautiful, it's just fantastic. And then, I mean, the black is super pigmented, but it's easy to work with. And when you put it on, you don't have to worry about it like flying all over your face, you know? Just black can be a little intimidating to work with, but get this palette, practice with it, and I promise you, you will be a happy camper. It's just a beautiful palette. That's all I can say about that. Worth every penny. I think it was, what, $48, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's still available for pre-order or not, but if it is, do yourself a favor. Get it. Even if you have to get it next year. She's coming out with another palette next year, I think, and I'm definitely going to have to get my hands on that one. Makeup again. Now, for some reason, Walmart had put this on clearance for $7. It's the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. I have it on right now, and it comes with, I love it. You can see that it's loved because I've used the crap out of it. Almost like a banana, a yellow powder, a cool and a warm bronzer in here, and it's meant to enhance your contour or your bronzer that you've already got going on. But I use that yellow there to set under the eyes and also under the cheeks right here to, you know, carve out that contour just a little bit more. And I mix the two together some days, or some days I just go in with this one if I don't want to be as, if I want to look a little more cold, if you know what I mean, I'll go in with this one. When I'm feeling happy and sunny and bright, I'll go in with this one. But this is also a really good item. Walmart still sells it. I don't think it's on clearance anymore. I don't know why this one was on clearance, but, and it comes with a brush, but I don't use the brush. I don't like it. This is the brush it comes with. Now, it's probably good to, you know, get that straight line there and then go in with another brush and blend it out, but I don't need all that. It's still in here though. I like to keep the brushes that come with any makeup product I have because I feel like it's incomplete if I lose it. If that makes any sense. But yeah, there's that. It is a beautiful, beautiful trio of bronzer and brightening powders. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Almost dove into skincare, but I'm not even done with my makeup stuff yet. Now, eyeliner, ColourPop. This was at Ulta for, I want to say like $18 or $20. It came with 4 of them, a black, a brown, a white, and a shimmery, beautiful gold. This is such a good eyeliner. It's creamy. It glides on. It doesn't smudge unless you want it to. You can go in with like a little brush and smudge it out and just make it a smoky kind of liner. But this is probably my favorite eyeliner right now. I don't use these two a lot. I typically use this one to go into the inner corner right there, or the white one also in the inner corner. And I'm brown and black eyeliner all the way. I use it every day, all the time. Mascaras, again with Shiseido. I got this in a Sephora Play Box. It is the Shiseido Controlled Chaos Mascara in black, and it is fabulous. The wand is very big though, so it's hard to not get it on your lids. It is difficult. You have to be very careful when using this or you will get it on your eyelids. I almost do every time, but the formula is fantastic. The brush is really good because it spreads the lashes out, it fans them out, it lengthens them and lifts them. This is a really good mascara. Thrive mascara. This too was in a Sephora Play Box, and I love this. It lengthens your lashes so much. The wand in this one, I don't really worry about getting it on my lids because it's a lot smaller, as you can see. It's just very dainty, and it has a bend to it. See that? So you can really get up there at the root and like roll the wand up and really lengthen your lashes. Very good. I want to say both of these are in the $20 to $25 realm, which is quite expensive for a mascara, especially when you have Essence mascaras. This is the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. This thing is like $2.50. It's not over $4. I can tell you that much. I get it at Ulta. and it's amazing. It is comparable, I'd say, to the Shiseido. The wand is curved, and I like the flexibility of the Thrive mascara, but I love the formula of the Shiseido one more than the Thrive, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's the Lash Princess Essence Mascara. This is going to lengthen and volume and just make your lashes look plump and juicy and luminous, and that's what we love in a mascara, right? Wander Beauty. I got this in a, I can't remember which subscription box this was, but Birchbox. That's what it was. This was a, I say was because it's like out. I don't hardly ever go through a mascara before it dries out, but this one I totally did. I rocked it every single day. This is just a beautiful mascara. I mean, it does what you want a mascara to do, just like the others. It lengthens, it lifts, you know, and it doesn't, all the ones I've mentioned here, none of them, like, you know how sometimes they'll dry and flake off and they land like on your face and stuff? That doesn't happen with any of these, even the Essence one. They're just magnificent. I highly recommend them. I love them. They are fan-freaking-tastic. Let's see, what else is there? Another setting spray I forgot to mention. The Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray. It sounds like spray paint. It really does. I don't know what all is in here. Don't really look at ingredients that much. I should, but I don't. This will make your face feel masky, but it's worth it, especially if you need your makeup to last. Say you're going to a party or a concert or something where you know you're going to be getting worked up. You may get elbowed in the face, whatever, punched in the eye, who knows. Your makeup's going to last with this. Let them punch you in the eye. Let them elbow you in the cheek. Your makeup ain't going nowhere. It sounds like spray paint, and I think, I don't know, it just makes me think of spray paint, almost like a lacquer, like you're spraying over your face. And I love it. I love this stuff. It will make you a little dewy, shiny, which I have no problem with since I'm a dry bitch anyway. Love it. Oh, concealers. I didn't mention my favorite concealers. How dare I? I'm just going to say it. Jeffree Star or Magic Star Concealer. This stuff is so good. It's creamy. It's blendable. It lasts. The color range is confusing and off and doesn't have as much diversity as I would like it to. There are, I don't remember how many shades exactly, but he also has color correctors, but the majority of them are for light-skinned people. And then the deeper shades that are there are more for tan to slightly deep, you know, tan to medium. But yeah, they need to expand on this range for sure, because everybody should try this concealer at least once. You must experience it. It is so freaking beautiful. And me being dry, it really does moisturize under the eye there and makes it not shiny, but just luminous, you know? Love, love, love this concealer. It is $22, I believe. A more affordable one, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This one is the neutralizer, but I love this one too. I actually compare it to the Magic Star, Jeffree Star's concealer. It's so reminiscent of that one, the formula, I mean. Of course, we all know that Tarte Shape Tape is an amazing one, but NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer is probably my #1 top choice as far as concealers go. Like the Jeffree Star concealer, it is moisturizing under the eye. It has a silkiness to it that a lot of concealers just do not have. So yeah, NARS Creamy Longwear Creamy Radiant. Their names are so long. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell? Just concealer. It's called concealer. Whatever. All right. Skin. Just got my new container of the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. I love the way this smells so much. I cannot put into words how much I love the smell of this stuff. I bought one of the sets that had a mini of this and the little candle. I was so sad when that candle finally burned away because it's like the best candle in the world and nothing makes me cry, but oh my god, it's just so good. Anyway, Oh my god, I felt like that Onision guy just then. I'm losing it. I must be tired. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, there's that. Oh, and how I use that also, I don't just rub it on my butt, you know. After I get out of the shower, I turn the water off. Before I dry off, I take a clump of it, rub it in my hands, and just rub it all over from head to toe, well, from neck to toe. I'll stand in the shower for like an extra, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, just massaging it into my skin. And not only do I smell fantastic, but my skin just feels really, really soft, like a baby. And I just love it. I love the way it makes my skin feel. If you put it on while your skin is dry, it will almost have a sheen to it, which I truly, truly love. So if I need a little extra oomph to my skin, I'll put on a thin, thin layer after I've dressed and all that stuff. Um, Toners. Now, I went back and forth between the Ordinary's glycolic acid 7% toning solution with the Beautylish toner. Is that one a glycolic toner too? I think it is. Anyway, I went back and forth between the two, and I have to say I prefer the Ordinary, and it's half the price. For I think you get more in this one than you do the Beautylish Good Molecules. Yeah, it's from Beautylish, but it's called Good Molecules glycolic acid toner. I think it's the same thing. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. I've thrown away the bottle because I ran out. But I prefer this one. I feel like it brightens the skin a little better. It exfoliates a little better. And my skin just doesn't feel as dry the next day when I was using the Ordinary versus Good Molecules. Also, with Good Molecules, I threw that away too because I finished it. But here it is. The hyaluronic acid serum. I love this stuff. I've got another bottle coming in the mail. I placed an order on Black Friday. It still hasn't shipped yet, but I forgive Beautylish because they are the best at fulfillment and delivery service, and their customer service is freaking fantastic. I know it's a Black Friday deal and it's the Christmas season, so shipments are not going to go out as fast as they typically would. Usually, when I place an order with Beautylish, it ships out the same day and is at my door 1 to 2 days later. It's phenomenal. Okay, so they get a free pass on this one. I'll wait. They're worth it. But this is such a good serum. What I do is after I toning is the first thing I do after I've washed my face. Wash, tone, hyaluronic acid serum. You just put a couple drops in your fingers, rub that in, and then just rub it all over the face before you moisturize or use your serums. It's going to help the skin retain moisture longer. That's what I need in my life. What else is there? Lips. This is the Clinique. It's some kind of lip balm. I can't read because it's so freaking tiny. It's called Black Honey, but it's just a lip balm with a very, very sheer tint of color. Like, look, when I put it on my hand, I mean, you can barely see it, but it's just freaking fantastic. Oh, my jaw popped. Did you hear that? Ow. Ow, man. Okay, but anyway, there's that one. And I'm not much of a lipstick person. I prefer just a basic chapstick or lip balm kind of thing. So I go back and forth from that one and the NARS. The NARS Orgasm Sheer Tint Balm thing. This has little gold reflex in it, and it's so pretty. So pretty. I will say, the moisturizing feeling lasts longer with this one than the Clinique one. The Clinique one, I have to kind of reapply like every 10 minutes, whereas this one, I'm good for an hour or two. I can still feel it there on my lips. Is that it? I'm sure it's not. I've got a ton of brushes that I would recommend. Definitely would recommend sorry about the armpit shot there. At least I shaved them today. Would definitely recommend the Jeffree Star